Well, family, this is actually going to be a really short Witchy Wednesday. Witchy Wednesday. There's something I want to show you, and I was reluctant to show this to you, but I'm going to reveal it. So, here we have the sigil of the Archangel Zadkiel. Happy Witchy Wednesday. Happy Witchy Wednesday. I am KAISI, Divine Midwife of Soul Destiny, Christian witch and the author of 15 books on practical spirituality. How you lovin'? Today I'm working with the Grimoire of Armadel. And this is a really old grimoire. I love the old grimoires. I love magic, as you know. And I got this one while I was at Hex Fest in New Orleans. And this is a grimoire that has a really Christian kind of feel to it. As you can see, I'm deep in the study of it, preparing myself for the mystery school that will be kicking off very soon. And what I love about this grimoire is that it gives us the angel sigils. Celebi Studio, I have been talking about you in the mornings. Woo! I know you must hear your and sending everybody over to your Etsy shop. Welcome. So these sigils talk about the sigils that were used for, let's say, the circumcision of Jesus at Nazareth, the flowing of Jordan in the fields of Babylon, Zechariah in the desert, son of Zechariah in the desert, Elisha, Elijah, Joshua, Solomon, the vision of man, the rod of Moses, how Moses was able to turn his rod into a serpent, Moses in the interior of the desert, the wisdom of our forefather Adam, Abraham, how he left the Ur of Chaldees, the beholding of the serpent Adam, necromancy. And then over here we have the great beasts like Leviathan spoke of in Job, right? The book of Job. And here we have good angels and how to consult them. The expulsion, rebellion and expulsion. The fall of the angels. It's simply delicious. I love this grimoire. And now it's not that it's very full, packed with information. It's not. I mean, what I'm talking about, it's not a big, thick tome. You can get this at, I believe if you go to my Amazon influencers account, it's up right now. But what I want to direct your attention to is this. Right here, the angel that spoke to me most is the angel Zadkiel. And so I'm going to direct you to the Zadkiel glyph. Glyph, also known as sigil. All the angels have a sigil. Pardon me, I have my candle burning right here for you. All the angels have a sigil, and I know this is probably appearing backwards on the live stream. However, I'm sharing it with you and showing you the angel Zadkiel sigil. Now, Zadkiel has more than one sigil. You'll see different sigils for Zadkiel, for the Archangel Zadkiel. This one is according to the Armadel, the Grimoire of Armadel. And by the way, this is different from the Arbitel. Some of them sound the same, and yet they're different. So if you're going to get this grimoire, I think you can get it at valerielove.com. Go to books, because it'll take you to my Amazon influencers page. And I believe the particular one that you want to order is the one with S.L. McGregor Mathers, because he was this is a magical being who's translating these old grimoires. And you really want the best translation of the old grimoires that you can get. I'll tell you what's in here in a moment. This is delicious. This right here is delicious. So this is what I did. I was so feeling the Archangel Zadkiel the other day. Here's his sigil. That I decided I am going to create the sigil. So this is the first time, and I really questioned as if I wanted to share it, because I bought this huge sketchbook that spoke to my soul for the purposes of, this is not a journal, this is for the purposes of drawing sigils, magical glyphs and sigils. And why would someone want to do that? You want to do it because you want to get a magical consciousness. See, it's critical that you have a magical consciousness. And drawing the glyphs, it continually creating your own glyphs, your own sigils, creating your own magical implements This is making your consciousness more magical. This is, in essence, it's stirring your consciousness, because these are things we did in past lives, and the remembrance of it is going to come back to you as you draw. So I drew Zadkiel's sigil in pencil because this is the first time I have ever drawn a sigil, and I did it exactly as it is here in the book. So I would offer you could do the same. I don't do random rogue sigils from off the internet, because you see so many random rogue sigils. You could be summoning a demon from hell and think you're talking to an archangel. So I'm very careful, very persnickety, very precise about what magical books I get. They all come to me by the higher order, Zadkiel himself reaching out and had me draw his glyph. And when I drew his sigil, it is the beginnings of the activation of the portals that you're talking to this angel. Now, you would be talking to this angel because anybody can talk to Zadkiel at any time. He's quite an accessible angel, not like some of the others. He's very accessible, and you could talk to him. I've been having conversation with him, but what kind of conversation can you have with an angel when you deepen into the actual angel's glyph? And when you understand the holy names in this angel's glyph. So if you look at him, you see Elion here, Adonai, Zadkiel, Agios, Sedeh. Now, I do not know what all these names mean. I only know that they're sacred names, and that's why I study, so that I can understand what this is. And so I drew the sigil, and for my very first sigil, I'm really, really, really grateful about how it showed up, how it turned out. Now, if you want to commune with Zadkiel, you got to know when to invoke him. You invoke him on a Monday in the morning, and you want to know what he is here to teach you, because you want to know the archangel's roles, responsibilities, what wisdom, what arts and sciences are they teaching you, so you know you call the right one for the right thing. You don't want to just show up in heaven, hey, can somebody help me? Like, that would be a thing you do if you're a brand new novice. If you're a learned magician, or you're a witch, or you're practicing, and you desire to reach out and talk to otherworldly beings, know who you're summoning, and know why you're summoning them, and know how to summon them. And having taken all your precautions and having your magical implements in the circle, know what you're doing. So this is one of the reasons you would call him, because he teaches the active and the passive sciences and every kind of benediction. Also, if you want more mercy in your life, why do I say mercy? Well, let's go to one of my grimoires, of which I have many. And I hear the ongoing debate about don't show your grimoire on, YouTube and Facebook and social media. That's not right. We keep, we're supposed to be secretive. I understand secrecy. I understand the oaths. And I heard something at Hex Fest that was really powerful. It said, we don't keep secrets. We keep the mysteries. I said, wow. And I definitely keep the mysteries. So first off, shout out to Miss Raven Phelan. I pray I'm saying her name right. She has a Patreon. Please go support her Patreon, because the art that she creates is exquisite. I support her Patreon. I have 2 Patreons, one for myself that I use to support other artists and creators that I love. I support her every single month and have for quite a while, because her art does something to me, and she created this grimoire. And I got this while I was in Salem. And when you come with us on the Salem trip, and I did a couple of sigils in here, in my wealth grimoire. In this is not the wealth grimoire. This is Christian Witch's grimoire, one of them. When you come with us on the Salem retreat, I will take you to the store where there's a whole stash of these. There's a very special store, in a metaphysical store that I actually stayed in for hours, that has a whole stash of these different kinds. I absolutely love her art, so support her. And I'll just share with you some of her art. If you look at these images, I mean, it is beyond. Look at the images. It's beyond. So I absolutely love her art. Look at this. I mean, beyond. So I have this grimoire, and I won't show you everything in it, of course. Of course not. However, I do want to direct your attention. Hold for a moment. There's something in here closed. Wait a minute. I got a little message that came up on the screen, that says the battery is running low. Hold on a second. Let's go to low power mode. Okay, I apologize. Froze for a second. Had to take care of that little battery message that I had. Pardon the wrinkle sheet. I just had something I wanted to throw on here to share with you. So Raven Phelan, absolutely follow her. She has an incredible website and she does journals. And this is a tarot journal, and she also did a tarot deck. It's incredible. Her art is incredible. This is the Empress, as you can see. Here's more of her art. I mean, it's just astounding. It's otherworldly. The reason I'm directing you to this particular, look at that. The reason I'm directing you to this particular grimoire is because in here, I have the Tree of Life, once again drawing out the magical symbols. Now, this is the Tree of Life according to the Golden Dawn. There's a different Tree of Life that does not have these two pathways. That is according to Israel Regardie and the ancient Kabbalah. But this particular Tree of Life has these pathways here. So you will see the Tree of Life with sometimes with these two pathways here and sometimes not. Okay? And the reason I'm directing you to the Tree of Life is because in this sphere, the sphere of Hesed, I hope you can see it. Hesed. What angel rules Hesed? Zadkiel. So let's go over and look at Zadkiel. I have each of these spheres for the Tree of Life, and the angel that rules that sphere and the league of angels that they rule. Each of the angels on this Tree of Life is an archangel, and each archangel rules a whole sphere, legions of angels that have a name in that sphere. So in the sphere of Zadkiel, we want to know if you're going to invoke this angel and talk to this angel and seek this angel's guidance and help. Here it is. 4. That's the fourth spiro from the top. Keter, Chachma, Bina, Chesed. Okay, that's how it goes. It goes this way. Z, 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 z. Okay, like a lightning bolt from heaven. This is creation. This is the map of creation, the map of the whole universe. So this is how God created the whole universe in a series of 10 emanations, also known as the Tree of Life. So you learn more about this in the Mystery School. I'm giving you an overview. We go deep into each of the Sphero in the Foundations course of the Mystery School. Now, here, this is the fourth Sphero from the top. 4, Hesed, means mercy. Who rules it? Zadkiel. Prince of mercy and benevolence, guardian of the gates of the east wind. Here is his invocation. O thou great one, whose name is mighty and whose nature is just, rule in me that I may show forth thy mercy. And so you call upon this angel for mercy, benevolence in your life. Mercy for other people, good for court cases where you want mercy, good for some kind of ruling where you want it to be merciful in your favor, good for benevolence, good for benediction and blessing. Who does he rule? He rules a whole league of angels, uncountable cadre of angels called the Chasmalim. Now, it could be the Hasmalim because many of these words are Jewish. So pardon me if I'm not pronouncing this exactly accurate. Here is his whole league of angels he rules. The brilliant ones, this is sort of shorthand right here, I have part shorthand. The brilliant ones serving Jupiter in the sphere of justice. Zadkiel rules the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is known as the Santa Claus of the zodiac. Benevolent, big, giving, granting all kinds of wishes and bigness and expansion and wonderfulness. Ho, ho, ho. Jupiter, the Santa Claus of the constellations or the planets, okay? So I share that with you today. Matter of fact, let me give you a little bit more of Raven Phelan's incredible artwork that's on my tarot journal. She created this tarot journal. Absolutely go buy it. The art is so breathtaking that you will want to, as I did, take some of the pictures out and hang them up. You could frame these. You could buy it and frame it in your sacred space. and create. Look how that she has these chakras here. So that's what I wanted to share with you. At first, I was not going to share, and the symbolism in her work is exquisite, exquisite. So I shared this with you to say, begin to craft your sigils. Begin to open the portals to the dimensions beyond your consciousness. Once again, I wasn't going to share it, yet something in me was inspiring me to share it. And even if I did share it, if you didn't know what to do with it, it still is not going to do anything, right? So as we said, we don't keep the secrets. We keep the mysteries. That's it for today's Witchy Wednesday. I love you. Like I said, it would be a short course today, a snippet, and I pray it encourages you to keep your magic, work on your sigils, do the work, get your journals, crafting, and begin opening the realms, opening the portals to upper realms. I love you. God bless you. ValerieLove.com. And if you want more on what we're doing witchiness, go to ChristianWitches.com. Love you, family. I'll see you in the morning. Another wonderful Witchy Wednesday. Peace. And there's a candle for you.